Firstly, Epstein and his clients raped the girls. Daily Mail reports girls as young as 11. Therapists have counseled Epstein victims say under the age of 10. Whitney Webb's book says young as 12. Clinton said he liked them young. Epstein purchased 12-year-old triplets from friends as a birthday present to himself. Just because men in the Middle Ages fuck preteens in 11 to 14 year.
That's all fake. Just Google it. Epstein was charged, he was convicted, and the youngest victims are 14. That is the only thing that can be proven by law. And you want to know how I know you're a complete fucking idiot? Because that story about 12-year-old triplets has not been corroborated by anybody. That's how I know you're a complete idiot and you don't care about the truth. If you care about the truth, you do the research. Candace Owens tweeted that. And you know what I did? I did the research. Do you know where that claim comes from? The claim about he was gifted 12-year-old triplets, that comes from Virginia Giuffre. She is a serial liar. If you look into it, she makes that stuff up for a living. What do I mean by for a living? She has made tens of millions of dollars in settlements from people that she has made wild accusations about. It has been proven that she is a liar and not reliable. And she makes up these exaggerated claims because, believe it or not, that's an industry. Are we now going to go full feminist and full woke and say that you got to believe all women? This is why women cannot talk about this issue, because you don't care about the truth. You hear a sensational claim and you want to just get that out there. You didn't even do a cursory search into the claim that you're making. So what does that say about you? It says that I'm right. I did my homework. I did my research. I know what the lawsuit says. Jeffrey Epstein was convicted for those crimes, hundreds of interviews, potentially thousands of victims, and what can be corroborated is 14 to 17. Nothing under that age. There have been other claims, but nothing corroborated.
I see where he's coming from, and I do think that some people are embellishing the story, and some of that is overstated. But at the same time, so many of the victims, you can imagine why they don't go public about it. You can see, like, if you see all the missing victims, the people that ended up dead, the models that jumped out of their buildings in New York City. It's like, okay, well, all of them that were public are 14 to 17. So many of them were never public. He was doing this at four places. I think the one in the ranch in New Mexico, that was never even investigated. But the island, he had the Palm Beach estate where they were doing the massages.
Operated, nothing proven in court. And here we go. Here's the second part. Get a load of this.
$50. 2 households doesn't make it the standard or morally right. Once you get closer to 40, you'll understand how immature and young girls are 18, let alone 14 and younger.
Oh,
Just because girls are dummy AF and have sex at 14 doesn't make it okay to rape them at 14. In 10 years, you'll understand that I like where I live, so you can mail the apology form.
Tell me where you live so we can come to your house and burn it to the ground. Because you're an idiot. I never said Epstein is totally justifiable. I said you can't call it pedophilia because that's not what it is. People hear that and they hear something completely different. They hear, oh, Nick Fuentes said Epstein's okay, he did nothing wrong. I said no. It is missing the point. When some resistance liberal says pedoprotector, I said that is missing the point. I said that is a completely different category. The category of crime that Epstein committed is grooming underage teenagers for the purpose of blackmail. I never once said that is justifiable. I never once said that makes it okay. I never said that. As a matter of fact, I said the opposite. I said it's still evil and it's still heinous. I said, but let's not make an error and say that this is about satanic ritual abuse and pedophilia and this sensational stuff. I said, let's stick to the facts and talk about what's really going on, which is that it's an underage teen thing for the purpose of entrapping people to blackmail them. That's the purpose of it. And then you say, you'll understand how immature even girls are at 18. That's how I know you're a fucking girl dad idiot. They're immature. They're all immature. Dude, women are immature at age 30.
Yeah, so many of the TikTok women, you saw Akash's wife, like 35-year-old women have the same exact maturity level as an 18-year-old girl. I'm in my room dancing. Yeah,
that changes nothing. Well, if you know how immature women are at 18, women are immature at 25. Women are 35 and crying over nonsense. Women are immature basically until they go through menopause. That's when women become sensible. That hysteria about this subject, it is so female coded, it makes me sick.
I think some men are immature at 30. Yeah, there's men with the same maturity level. Bro, I know there's a guy, I'm not going to say who, but I know somebody who has a son. He's turning 17. And he's looking to get married. And and a lot of people be like, oh, but he's supposed to be 18. He can't consent. But he's looking to get married to another 17-year-old. They're both 17. And a lot of people would be outraged about that. But it's like so many people have sex at, 14, 15, 13. And that's seen as normal, like in high schools. We all knew people were doing that in middle school and high school. But a marriage, like, people start to get upset about. And I think I know the guy, and he has maturity levels a lot of people I know in their 30s.
Man, to get emotional about that. For a man to be so blinded by emotion like a fucking woman. Because that's all that is. If you're a woman crashing out, I get it. If you're a guy crashing out, grow a pair of balls, man. Get a grip. Someone should slap you across the face like the bitch you are. Seriously, get a grip. When I hear guys getting hysterical...
I think my disagreement is just with the investment. Like this, if he's right, then this is not the most important hill to die on, or I want to see. I don't know. I want to direct that emotion towards how evil this is and what Epstein is doing, right? The optics of this are not going to benefit him right now, especially like with you see what they're saying
Look
about him.
at the first caliphs of Islam. Their rule shows the prophet's message in action. Power with God first brought justice, not corruption.
Yeah.
About that, a child. 18 is really immature. Oh, brother, grow up. If you don't agree with me on this, let me create an analogy for you. You ever see that clip of there's like a white guy that says the N-word and there's another white guy that said, did you just say the N-word? And the guy goes, yeah. And he hits him with the skateboard and he says, hey man, that's not cool. It's sort of the same thing. A woman is punching a guy and the guy shoves the woman and then a group of beta males start beating the fuck out of the guy. He put hands on a female. He put hands on a female. It's the same thing. It's like guys that are puffing up their chest. They mistake that for masculinity. They mistake that the white knighting behavior. They think that they're like, that's a real man. I'm a real protector of women and blah, blah, when they crash out over stuff like this. And all it is your emotional state has been transmitted to you by a woman. That's all that is. You know, as a man, you should be able to be rational about everything and anything, whether it's the N-word, whether it's the Holocaust,
Sure.
whether it's this subject, but it's all these white knight faggots. You know, this guy says, oh yeah, well, he was given triplets. You didn't even do your homework because you're just a fag and you want to cry about victims. Oh, really? And it's a heinous crime. You know, I never said it's not a heinous. It is evil. It is objectively evil. Grooming vulnerable women is evil. Into sex trafficking is very evil. But this emotional stuff, come on, man, get a grip. Seriously, you got to get your head on straight. We can talk about touchy subject without crying about it.
Saying traitor, nah. Listen to his take. It's not. He's been specific about it. He talks about the people who are traitors about this are the ones running cover for Israel.
But he's a character, man. He's a funny guy. And great interview. 4 hours with Jack Neal. I haven't finished it. I watched some of it. So yeah, W come back. Hey, Zerka, take it easy on SNEAKO. Come on now. I love Zerka. I love SNEAKO. Come on, take it easy on our boy SNEAKO. We love SNEAKO. You love SNEAKO. Take it easy on our guy. Come on now. I feel bad. I love Tate. I love Zerka. I love SNEAKO. There's all this beef. I want these guys to be friends. That's the only thing. But we do like Zerka.
Get Roy 224 cent $20. You are the